Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about a recent concern published by someone with a pretty large audience. I feel that it's important we understand what's really going on. I made this because I worry a large population of people will go witch hunting anyone using or suspected to be using a VPN, possibly getting their accounts banned when they haven't done anything wrong. My parents are both computer scientists and I have my own background in coding basics as a prerequisite for my bioinformatics minor. So today, I'm going to explain VPNs and IDV in a way that will hopefully be easy to understand and will make it clear that this video is not accurate. There will be three small sections. What is a VPN? Why are IDV players concerned? Is the concern legitimate? Firstly, what is a VPN? VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It is basically a tunnel from you to a VPN server of your choosing and then to the server you are trying to access for whatever reason. It is mostly used for privacy since the final server only sees the VPN server's location, kind of like if you were operating out of an HQ and not your house, not yours. It is also sometimes used in gaming when someone is very far away from the game server or when their ISP, Internet Service Provider, is giving them a high traffic route. For example, even if your ISP is good, it might be patching you through on the same route as a lot of other purposes. Using a VPN for gaming is like creating a highway for yourself to the game server. Although this adds a tiny bit of latency because the VPN is an intermediate stop, if the highway is good, the result is usually large improvement. Why are IDV players concerned? For a long time, IDV players have complained about their ping specifically spiking when near the hunter, or when approaching a survivor to chase them, or when survivors approach to rescue or harass. This is frustrating because it causes a delay that is seemingly only on the end of the person suddenly ping spiking. Recently, someone has theorized that VPN users are causing this, and even purposefully interfering with others' ping to win games. The person stated, "It's very weird that after the rescue, I still continue to lag until I completely lose the target." They also noticed that right before loading into the match, their ping was fine, but it spiked for a bit after loading in, causing the first kite to be longer. Both of these are very simple to explain. The reason you ping spike or frame drop when you are near the other players is simply because the server has more interactions to process. Every time you do something, imagine you're sending a text to the server. I swing, I vault the window, I step to the left. The server is now processing interactions between players. And to do that, it needs the text from everyone. The game needs to reconcile the actions and positions of all the players since they're near each other, affecting each other. Your ping rises because the server needs to process all this data and send it back to you and your device, no matter how fast your ISP is. The ping spike at the start of the match has a similar explanation. Your ping is usually lower right before you start and will spike for the start of the match into the first kite a bit. This is because the server is loading in and processing everyone's positions. Again, the server is dealing with a huge burst of data, but this time it's not because of players interacting near each other, it's because of the data associated with the match starting. Remember that ping is a reflection of round trip between the server and you. If the server is processing more data, it will affect your ping no matter what ISP you have. Is VPN usage a legitimate concern? The person who publicized this claims to have two pieces of evidence. The first thing he says is that you start connected to the East Coast NEU server, and then when you load in with these VPN users, you are forced to connect to the West Coast because the game prioritizes it. He says this is how VPNs work. Firstly, this simply does not make sense because then your ping would be high for the entire game. Also, using a VPN affects your ISP route to the server. It does not change the routing of somebody else's ISP. You cannot force someone onto a different server because of priority. This does not exist. The cherry on top, so to speak, is that someone else having better ping actually benefits you. The better the ping of other players interacting, the faster the server will resolve the interactions and the less you will be delayed. The use of VPN actually benefits you. I have tried to keep my emotions out of this short video, but I have to be honest. It is disheartening to see one of the largest content creators of our community encourage thousands of people to report VPN users and get their accounts banned over circumstantial observations that have nothing to do with VPNs, even making the statement, "This is how VPNs work," when it is blatantly, conceptually incorrect. So many people will get banned over complete misinformation. It is the fault of the server resolution ability. Why do you think NetEase was pressured for a game engine change so long in the first place? Think about that, and please think about knowing what you are talking about before you condemn thousands of players. Good night.